about JAGS, tonight they canceled our only millennial TV station.
As well, the Russians are no longer invited to the Olympics.
And we are going to save a castle that we're going to live in forever. It has a moat. It's JAGS.
We're live. Welcome back to the Justin and Greg Show. If it's your first time here, thanks for wasting your time with us.
You might be from Rhode Island because we were on the Rhode Island radio last night talking about us making stupid videos.
Yeah, Justin and Greg. So my first time on
Do they only have one station that it's called Rhode Island Radio?
No, it's actually WBOB.
W Bob. What a name, hey?
Yeah, it was fun. Anyway, if you want to listen to that, let us know, and we probably won't send it to you. But anyway, it was fun. We just talked about what we do. Las Vegas fans, again, Las Vegas, you're playing tonight. This is what we do. Justin and Greg is we kind of the snooze. We talk about really relevant and unrelevant things and fun things, and more importantly,
it's not boring.
Well, it's definitely not boring.
You guys are the show, though. Your comments are going to be firing up on the screen. We're going to have a good time tonight.
Yeah, we're actually just checking and being like, hey, you know what's the best part about this show? The commenters, because it's definitely not us. It's the people like to have fun in the comments, which you'll see across your screen all day, every day. Ashley Thackeray, where is your jersey, Greg?
It's right there. Here. Can we see it? Oh, yeah, right there. There we go.
We took the tag off. It's still here. We bought it.
We didn't return it.
We're huge Vegas fans. We're huge Vegas fans.
Huge Vegas fans. We have something special coming with Vegas Golden Knights soon. A collab, if you will.
Yeah, we're working on that as well. We're also working on a collab with us making sweaters.
Us making sweaters. In fact, I think this came from the audience, the idea of Jags and Chill. So these are limited edition Season 2 sweaters. We're not here to sell these all day, but anyway, they're going to be ready soon. I was getting a quote tonight.
Yeah, there's only a few left, so if you actually want one, they're $55 Canadian plus tax.
It's like $6 for our American friends.
Yeah, and the sweater themselves is worth it. As well, if you're new to the show, we have a thing called Comment of the Week. So people are commenting in the comment section right now. And if your comment is the most liked, oh, watch out, world. If your comment is the most liked comment of the week, I kicked the thing over.
He kicked a basket up. Yeah, it's all good.
You get a $10 gift card anywhere in Canada. So last week, we forgot the week before. So comment of last week is Ricky Tiefenbach, who said,
you could fly from Libya to Regina in your Volvo. There's a lot of innuendo there, and the only person to blame is yourself, Jags Nation, because
you voted for it.
You picked the comment.
Now, last week, the comment of the week was Nair's Tanani, who said, Regina might not have credit card parking meters by 2020, probably not.
Yeah.
Shannon Wit Horridge! I found you, Shannon! You are from Rhode Island!
Our newest Jags viewer. You are now #1 East Coast U.S. fan, Shannon. Congratulations and welcome to the show.
Hey, Shannon, thanks for making it. I hope you enjoy yourself. If not, just press the end button and we'll go away, I promise.
You can just go away.
#1 is in the only one.
No, producer Mark. There's thousands upon thousands. Shannon is the best.
Yeah. Anyway, it's the first Jags of a month, and that means it's time for Bean Boozled. You see that? Bean Boozled? If you're new to this, last time we played it, we asked you to pick a word, and if we said that word, we would just take a Bean Boozled, and these are like the good and bad tasting jelly
bellies. They look the flame, but some are good flavors. Other ones are dead fish, rotten egg, canned dog food, barf, moldy cheese, stinky socks, spoiled milk. Oh, it's not going to be good.
I have a comment from Sandra Buster Moore. Ashley, I hear you went to the office for your shirt. I was in the long file cabinet bottom drawer.
Thanks to Greg Mom for doing her administrative work live on JAGS.
Just text her. We're in the middle of a show here.
She has to comment it.
Anyway, so this month, instead of a comment, we're actually going to do when Justin slaps the table because it's obnoxious and it happens like 15 times a show.
I'm going to sit all night tonight. If I slap the table, then we will eat jelly bellies.
Scott Rotundo, the DJ from Rhode Island, says, you guys are awesome. Can I be East Coast fan #1?
Absolutely, Scott.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you and Shannon can arm wrestle over it.
He's on the radio station in Rhode Island.
That's a small world that's getting even smaller.
Welcome, Rhode Island.
And more fun. Trish Harrison from Vegas. Oh, my goodness.
Tom Green is here tonight. I assume he's like your representative. Yeah, Tom and I go way back.
Can I tell an embarrassing story?
Oh, no.
We all have doppelgangers. I would get Tom Green over and over and over and over. Be like, Greg, you know what you look like?
So true.
Tom Green. I'd be like, what? Like, no one wants to hear that.
Well, at our event, we were in Calgary doing a bunch of sessions there for a big conference, and they kept looking.
Calgary.
And they kept looking at us and saying, one of you's funny, one of you's good looking.
Yeah.
And so,
But the
thank
worst
you.
part was they never told us, but we knew.
We knew.
We knew that I was funnier and he's better looking. And I was like, I would protest, but I'd rather be funnier than good looking.
Anyway, I'm not going to slap the table, so we don't have to eat these, but we will see what happens tonight as we get into
the show. Let's go. Snooze.
Okay, here we go. So, American Airlines resolves problem that could have canceled thousands of flights. I don't know if you heard about this, but American Airlines, their booking system, normally only lets pilots take certain days off. Well, it screwed up over Christmas. In the last 2 weeks of December, all the pilots could book Christmas off, so guess what they did?
They all booked it off because who doesn't want to spend Christmas not doing their job?
I'm very carefully touching the table.
That doesn't count.
No, it's good. So 1,500 flights were in jeopardy of being canceled, ruining everyone's Christmas.
Which is fine because the pilots never get Christmas off, so let's just let them have it, you guys.
So instead, American Airlines is going to ruin all the pilots' Christmas and make them all fly.
Yeah, it's good news because they're giving them like double time and a half, triple time and a half, whatever it is to come back. Because I don't think they can legally fight the union to say, hey, you have to work, because I don't think they can.
Anyway, so good news. American Airlines, if you booked your flights over Christmas, Christmas isn't canceled.
Yeah, and your thing kind of was how much we rely on technology just to work. Like,
yeah,
you know what? I know that my phone is going to work and it's going to connect to the internet. And you know what I guess? When you rely on the email or the internet for your job and the internet stops working, the whole office just shuts down. People just start partying.
Or could you imagine if, like, the bank software actually crashed? Like, what would you do? Like, if all the banks were like, oh, we screwed up. We don't know how much money anybody has. You can't have any of it.
Yeah, I would try and get all the Bitcoin I could, but
I'd loot.
yeah,
Produce America.
yeah. Like, and this happens to me whenever the power goes out here, which happens a bit too often. I'd be like 3 hours in the dark, and I'm like, how do they live in the dark
I don't know what to
ages?
do. I'm like, I should have bought bottled water.
Yeah,
I need a fireplace.
Anyway, if you're traveling for Christmas on American Airlines, you're safe. You're safe.
Absolutely safe.
Who here watches or subscribes to Vice in any single way? Viceland, Vice, Twitter, Vice, anything?
I watch some Vice online every now and again.
Viceland was this savior for millennial TV, started by Vice. So I saw Vice talk about this a couple years ago at a conference, and they said Viceland's going to change everything. It's millennial content. They're going to tune in by the boatload. It's going to be amazing.
By millennial content, I mean shows like this.
Yeah, like Beerland and Most Expensivest. Like, they don't even use...
Bobby and Harriet. I have never seen a single one of these shows.
No, I don't even know if I would recommend them, but I do know that they're millennial content. But here's my thing for Vice. Hey, the millennials aren't on TV, and giving them content that's on TV is not going to change the fact that they're not on TV.
Like, if you didn't get this, this was a cable channel you could buy in a cable package targeted at millennials. Do you know how many millennials are on cable?
Let alone how many millennials will use the phone to call and order cable. Like, none. There's no one. They're not going to do that.
Storm.
Right?
Never going to happen.
So guess what happened?
Rogers cut off support for Viceland TV station.
Wow. I could have told them 2 years ago, hey, guess what's not going to work? That.
Mm-hmm.
They're on the internet. And we talk about like TV on demand all the time because we don't want to watch commercials. That's why when we ask who has Netflix, you're all going to raise your hand and be like, yeah, we all have Netflix because it's a thing that you expect.
And none of the cable companies are actually doing a good job of giving us content over the internet. Now, you guys in the States, you have a few more options. You have Sling, and I think somebody else came out with one, and YouTube's actually playing with it. But up here in Canada, it's like nothing.
Korean Law says, this is the second season of the Grand Tour starts on Friday, Justin. # great shirt.
My boys are back.
I don't know what this means.
The Grand Tour.
Who's that?
Amazon's greatest show, formerly Top Gear. Anyway, I'm excited. I hope you're excited.
Oh, it's not a band.
No.
Oh, I thought it was like the Eagles or something like that.
This is a famous artist, this style. What's his name?
Andy Warhol, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Oh, you know. What do you know?
Yeah, but anyway.
Katie Schmalinsky says, you guys use so many hand gestures. Someone should do a voice-over clip of JAGS like they do for the NFL, but who's got time for that?
Yeah, I mean...
Apparently you do.
Yeah, and also, Katie, who would watch that?
I'm just trying to not hit the table, so there's going to be a lot more hand gestures. Or maybe I should just glue them down.
I might call an audible, and if you don't hit the table in the next couple minutes, we're just going to change it to hand gestures.
Yeah, okay.
No.
Oh, that would be real tough. That'd be tough.
We're talking about, like, what would be your ultimate, if you could build it on the internet, what would be kind of your ultimate cable package?
Yeah, so
like
this is mine. So Netflix, of course. Up here we have Crave TV, which has a lot of new, original, and old content, like Cheers and Seinfeld. All you need is Seinfeld. 2 sports channels, and HBO Go, which you can't actually get in Canada.
No.
You can't get HBO on demand on your phone or mobile device. And so this would be my package that I would pay some money for.
Your internet package.
Yeah, this would be the package that I would seek out and hope to find.
Oh, okay. Yeah, HBO. Like, come on. The only way to get HBO content in Canada is subscribe to the cable package, but You were saying earlier you'd pay $100 a month for this?
Yeah, I mean, $100 might be a bit high. Like, we might pay, what, 150
You
bucks?
said $100.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, you know what? I get 5 channels, $100, 20 bucks each.
No.
I would consider it.
I'd maybe pay 35 to maybe 50 for all those, but I'm not sure.
Heather Kimbura, first comment, Vegas Golden Knights have had several scoring opportunities so far. Heather, thank you for informing
Keep
us.
don't leave. Just let us know. Right now, we're representing
They're playing
you
the
guys.
Ducks tonight, in case anyone's wondering. We're huge Vegas
Here's the
fans,
thing
so.
about internet TV, though, is the problem is they have to compete with the internet. And if you don't know this, the internet has the best videos ever.
Before we get to this, Nair Sudani says, what? No CBC Online, the national broadcaster? No. No CBC Online. Because the only show I like on CBC is Schitt's Creek, and that's on Netflix.
Oh, also, you can just put up bunny ears and get CBC.
For free.
For free.
Yeah,
So,
but I would do that, though.
anyway, internet has the best videos like this doozy. You guys seen this? Oh, this is good.
Can you imagine being at a college football game, 80,000 people staring at you, cheering you on, and this poor, hopeless person... Do it one more time. Do it one more time. Like, there's no hope
man.
here.
He is he's really trying here. Miss.
He's not even
Miss.
He's not even opening his eyes.
Miss. I love this last one. Doesn't even hit the can. Like, not even the can.
Chris Holcomb says, I'd hate to see this guy find Libya. It's in the atlas,
boy.
Chris. It's in the atlas. Just Google
you can go
that.
Google Maps. You could just search for Libya, and I think you'd be able to find that.
Yeah. So I mean, if I am Viceland, I'm reconsidering getting tens of millions of dollars of investment. Going, we screwed up because they're already on YouTube and the internet. Why not just go where they are instead
Well,
of
and
trying to
Vice
convince
already
them?
has like 8 million subscribers on YouTube. They should just invest more in that.
And you were saying how you like Vice.
Wow. I like some of the pieces I've seen from Vice.
Okay. I agree with that, but I abhor some of the pieces from Vice that I do see.
Sure. Some of them
All
are a
interesting
little-
and unique, but
A little clickbaity. Hey, did you guys hear about this one? Scientists call for ban on glitter, say it's a global hazard.
Can you imagine this? It's like scientists, I swear they sit there with their clipboard and their white lab coats and say,
they've got a nice name tag. Too.
yeah, and say,
the little ID
hey,
badge.
what
Cell
causes
phone
too
clip on
much
the side.
fun? What causes too much fun and joy? Well, glitter. It's out. Environmental hazard cannot happen. So it's like animals, I guess, eat it because it looks fun.
Well, it's tons of little pieces of plastic. It
Yeah.
is an environmental hazard.
I know, but just come on.
Here's my problem is, what makes a scientist and who are these scientists? Like, what is the level you achieve to be able to say officially you're a scientist? Because if it's about researching and sharing that research somewhat professionally, I'd say we're scientists.
Yeah, because we share a lot of research. It's poor research, but we share it.
We research articles on the internet, share it with you guys, and we make a couple bucks every day.
Shannon L. Whit says, what will strippers do, or strippers, I'm sure it's strippers, do without glitter? I have no idea.
I guess they'll get creative.
I was going more so to preschool, the other end of the spectrum of like, what would they do without glitter and
Yeah.
finger paint? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to tell my 1-year-old daughter, hey, that could have been better with glitter because she doesn't even know what that
had
is.
fun, but the scientists, whoever they are, outlawed it.
Audible time.
Oh, no.
Not hand gestures. Don't worry. It's the word like.
Oh,
We're gonna need your help on this because I like a lot of things. Let's do it. Hey, okay.
You're the worst.
Okay, this is either coconut or spoiled milk. Coconut, baby.
Oh. Oh, it's a dead fish. Oh.
If you're new to this, dead fish is one of the worst. The absolute worst, which will ruin your night, maybe your week, is dirty socks.
Oh. It tastes like a rotten dead
Oh,
fish.
it smells like dead fish. Your breath.
Oh, that's horrid. Oh, try to imagine having it in your mouth. Ugh.
All right, what's next?
Russia banned from the Olympics.
This just happened earlier today because we're that relevant.
Yeah.
It just happened at like 4 o'clock. I'm like, you know what? We're gonna do that because we're as relevant as it gets.
Now, if you didn't hear about this, Russia banned. No, they were cheating at the last Olympics. Got proven in the last. Was it
yeah.
Winter Olympics?
I think it was in the summer. They cheated a lot in Rio.
They cheated a lot. They got caught, and then the International Olympic Committee said, "We're looking." I'm trying so hard not to say the L word that I almost said again for this. Anyway, messing me up. Russia. I don't know. I'm lost. I'm trying so hard not to say it.
Man, I like when you do that. Hey!
I need to pick a
Okay.
different word. Anyway, the IOC was going to come out and say we're going to do something about this, and I
Dirty
thought
socks?
for sure. I'm not chewing yet. I thought for sure they were going to be like, yeah, we looked into it. We're finding them an undisclosed amount, which would be $50, and let them come in because it's about money.
And it's the IOC because no one trusts the IOC at all. They're like, oh, we can make money off this? So yeah, I was going to put, you got to finish it. I was going to bet. That's like a dead family of fish in
Oh.
there.
Oh,
If you're wondering, I got toothpaste, and I'm so used to eating that as a kid. It's like whatever. It's like breakfast. for
who
me.
gets dead fish twice in a row?
You stink so bad. Anyway, I would have put money in the IOC saying, hey, you know what? We're going to let Russia back in because there's money to be made. But then I realized there's more money to be made, or the same amount of money to be made, by boycotting them and
Sure.
saying, Russia, you can't come in because all the American corps would have boycotted anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, it's at least something newsworthy to be able to talk about.
Speaking of newsworthy, have you seen, this comes from one of our favorite viewers, Ryan G, who's watching tonight. It's called, what is this called?
Hands-free forehead cookie eating. I don't know if that's the actual thing. You guys ever seen people do this? Where they put the cookie on their forehead. You got to get it into your mouth without using your hands. Whoa! He did good.
Yeah, so I thought, Ryan said, hey, I'll watch tonight if you guys do this. And I thought, you know what, we need a break from the snooze anyway. So
I need a break from the dead fish. So here we go. We're going
right.
to take a challenge here.
put your bets on. I'm going to roll down the tennis band here a little bit.
Oh, no. Your forehead, man.
Whoa, that's a 5 head. Here we go.
Okay, ready? On the forehead.
Okay. I got a huge snodge though. I'm at.
Oh!
Did you get it? Oh, I'm having like a nervous breakdown here. I lost. Oh man.
I'm amazed that works. So
Anyway,
well.
if you guys want to try that, let us know.
Just Google hands-free.
Ryan G.
forehead
Greg
cookie.
should get a handicap for having more 5 head surface area to cover than the cookie. Yeah, thank you, Ryan. Should I try it again? Okay. What was your technique there?
Oh.
What the? It's like, is this one greased up or something?
No.
Oh,
No.
get out of here, Megan. Anyway, moving on.
Another news.
What do we got next? Okay, so if you're new to social media or not new to social media, a lot of it's cut off at age 13. You can't get on Twitter, you can't get on Facebook, especially Instagram. They ban that for a lot of good reasons. People don't want their kids
Yeah.
on social media.
Until now, Zucks was like, my daughter's 2. She needs to get on Facebook. So we're introducing Messenger for kids.
Yeah, to which I say, fine. Because they're going to be on it already. I mean, if you have any sort of infant or child under the age of 5, they know what FaceTime is. They can all use your phones or iPads. They're doing it already. And so I'm like, you know what he's trying to do? He's trying to, like, teach them how to move into Facebook so that they can be advertised to. Now, this one has no advertising. It's got 1,000 different security protocols so that your kids and your friends' kids from school can talk. But I'm like,
Well, and it's something about like the parents of the kids have to be friends and everything. So that's just, on one hand, it's terrifying to me. Terrifying to me. People, we had a comment earlier from Tiffany Moncton saying you should try Christmas cookies instead. You know, the icing? That would help, like...
Yeah, Tiffany, I would try that.
Ricky Tiefenbach says do the hard-boiled egg challenge.
What is that?
I think you put a whole hard-boiled egg in your mouth and you eat it. Or something. This is the moment of truth. Here we go. Oh! Oh! He did it. Here's the scary thing, I guess, about Messenger. It's like, it's kids. They don't know how to be safe or think smartly on there, but... For any of you guys that grew up in the same era that I did, we also had Messenger. It was called MSN Messenger. And it's how we spent basically every weekend of our life, too.
No,
But it was just chatty.
Because it was new, right? The whole idea of talking to your friend on the computer was new. We used to get picked up at the bus, talk to my friend on MSN, be like, hey, what are you doing? He'd be like, getting ready for school. Like, me too. We have a conversation, we get on the bus and not talk. It was only over MSN, and I didn't know it, but that was the future.
Well, and the most graphic you get on MSN Messenger was like a left bracket, a period, and a right bracket, and you can make like, you know, a 2D boob, but now it's so scary.
So Ricky explaining to us says, nah, take a dozen eggs, and some are hard-boiled and some aren't.
Oh, and smash them on your head. I've seen that on Jimmy Fallon.
Sure.
You know? Yeah. Oh, you smash it on your own head? Maybe.
Yeah,
There we
we'll do
go.
that. We'll do
Next
that one
week.
show.
Anyway, I guess we're just going to give up and say, fine, kids, you can go on MSN Messenger because we're not going to stop. Not MSN.
Are those old,
Facebook Messenger.
those cookies?
Yeah, they're like real old. They're
Yeah.
like at least a year old.
That's 2 likes. Double up.
Dang it.
Double?
No, not double.
2 at one time.
What's the deal here?
Just take one out. It's not that hard.
Okay, so I'm taking this one. Spoiled milk or coconut? Oh, spoiled milk! I hate it! I hate it so much!
At worst, I'm getting toothpaste. Actually, toothpaste after the fish.
Oh, so bad!
Another round. Load it up.
Okay, if it's double spoiled...
Is that good? What is it, Greg?
Double spoiled milk, man.
Vengeance is mine.
Oh, you guys, I might vomit. If I get double dirty socks, I'm out of here. Oh, man.
I don't know why this slides in here, but while Greg's firing up, if you want to know what Producer Mark looked like, we actually have a picture here that my wife texted to us of Producer Mark. Anyway, he's got some explaining to do. Jolene Kane says, I remember ICQ that was true original piss off when the dial-up stopped. Yeah.
My thing about ICQ was you would have like this obscure number that was your ID, and you had to like remember it and give it to people as opposed to like a name or an email address.
But do you remember Bonzi Buddy?
No.
Anybody else remember Bonzi Buddy? It was like the little parrot that would like sing that you could install, and it came out with ICQ, and it was
just
all,
you and Megan.
You know, it's just full of spyware, absolutely full of spyware. Hit in the comments, you guys. You remember Bonzi Buddy? And he'd sing songs and do different things. It was just all spyware. Anyway, Producer Mark, what are you wearing here, by the way?
It's a unitard.
A unitard.
No, like
with wool socks and Chuck Taylors.
He wants to know why you're still wearing the unitard and Chuck Taylors, Mark.
Yeah, that's a fair question. Fair question anyway.
It's timeless.
So we live in Canada, North America. We don't have, this is a new story, we don't have castles.
No.
So over in Austria and
we have one here in
Germany,
Regina.
We have Stonehall Castle.
We
That's
do,
a
which
that's
is
a straight
fun.
legit castle, not a converted house at all.
No, it's amazing. Go in there before you judge.
but in Europe they have real castles, and you know these things deteriorate over time. Well, there's a Kickstarter campaign that says, hey, let's restore this 13th century castle. Give us your money. Let's do it.
Look at this castle. Look at this castle. Guys, it's got a moat.
Full on moat. Apparently it was
Drawbridge.
so cool.
It's so amazing. In fact, I think we have like a little video that's just gonna like kind of take you around. Anyway.
Like,
Dang it.
Oh, I'm not touching that one.
Oh, moldy cheese. Oh. Ugh.
Gregory.
I have no idea what I'm eating, but it is.
So bad. Going back to the castle. Anyway, this thing looks amazing, and so what did they do? They started trying to figure out what it is.
Barf. I knew it. I knew it was familiar. I'm like, what is this?
Amazing.
No. Awful. Jim Demeray, hey, good to see you, Jim. Producer Mark looks like the guy in the neighborhood that could get you anything, and you pay him with a pack of cigarettes. I feel like it might actually be Producer Mark. It's true.
Perfect description. Anyway, this castle, you could. What did they have? A Kickstarter?
Yeah,
or
and they
GoFundMe?
raised a ton of money. They bought it. If you bought the Kickstarter, they actually would give you shares into the castle, and they're gonna restore it. I thought that was kind of a cool thing to be a part of. Like, oh, let's
Same
go.
in history. The internet does something good again.
Yeah.
Which I love. What I want to know though is shares. Does that mean like timeshares? Because if you could go and stay at that castle for a week, how dope would that be?
And how sick would your game be to be like, hey, you want to come back to my castle? We were gonna watch some Netflix, do some JAGS and chill, like the whole thing, right? A castle. You would actually own a castle.
You did say like the whole thing.
Oh, Greg!
Do not touch it.
Yeah, good one finally. You okay?
It tastes neutral.
Oh, good. Speaking
is
of
that?
neutral, let's talk about the best Christmas movies.
Yes. Okay. So here's the season. It's Christmas. If you're like me, you
Early
grew up
December.
watching the same Christmas movies over and over again, and there's a lot of territorial wars about which is the best Christmas movie. We have a poll actually about this.
Yeah, let's bring this up here. We're going to be introducing our 6 best Christmas movies: A Charlie Brown Christmas, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, Merry Christmas, Mr. Bean, Elf, Home Alone, and of course, Die Hard.
Yeah, and people like to argue whether Die Hard is a Christmas movie or not. Just like Gift versus...
People do like to argue whether it's a good Christmas movie or not.
Goodness, this is so dumb. No.
No, moldy cheese again.
Okay, if this is Tutti Frutti, I'm... What? Oh.
Oh,
You guys, like, I feel like my taste is destroyed right now.
yeah. Anyway, we're going to get the poll going here. But there's a lot about like Die Hard. Should it be? Shouldn't it be? I think it's a bit of a stretch, but people seem to love it. One of these weird culty.
Yeah, kind of cool. I just found out, too, Mr. Bean's Christmas is the full length on YouTube right now for free.
I personally, what would you pick?
Oh, hands down, and you cannot argue with me on this, Home Alone is the best Christmas movie of all time.
No.
All time. Home Alone 1, 2, same category. There's
Home
nothing
Alone
better.
3?
Well, that stops at Home Alone 2. Once Macaulay Culkin left, it died, but that was amazing. And Home Alone 2 is the same movie as Home Alone 1, just in New York. I still love it.
The best Christmas moment ever is when Mr. Bean gets his head stuck in the turkey and going around. Also, the manger scene. I can't beat Mr. Green.
Very
Mr.
funny, but not the best of all time.
Greatest of all time. Anyway, we want to hear from you
What's
guys.
our poll
I
at,
don't know
Mark?
if anybody voting yet? Probably still a little bit behind here.
Okay.
As you're rolling, you have to be able to do it. Ooh!
Home Alone, Elf, Mr. Bean. If Elf wins, I might have to rant here. Because Elf is way too new of a movie to be a Christmas classic.
How does National Lampoons have one vote?
Yeah, that's a little bit wild. They better pick up
Charlie
here.
Brown has
Probably
none.
because they have to spell, and it's the longest word. And it's so hard to spell.
Are you calling JAGS viewers illiterate?
No, I'm calling them bad typers.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, you should be careful.
Speaking of that, are you serious?
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
Are you serious? So, it's the internet. We find lots of fun stuff. Once in a while, there's a really useful thing that gets made. But this is called the Tinda Finger. So if you're new to Tinder, or if you're not new to Tinder, Tinder is, or what used to be, a dating app where you would swipe right to say, hey, I want to meet with you and get to know you better. Well,
And you would swipe left if you weren't interested.
right, and usually people had some sort of way to say yay or nay. They have some sort of criteria that said, I think we're compatible versus I think we're not. Well, we've divulged way past that.
Yeah.
To the point where people are just saying, I will take any kind of attention I can get. Just please talk to me on here.
Or I just want a hookup so badly. So somebody has invented something for if you are so desperate and all you want to do is swipe right on every single person on Tinder, but you can't spend the time to sit there for hours and constantly swipe right. Introducing the Tinda Finger.
Check this out. This, my friends,
Yeah.
is genius.
So you basically, you just like plug it into the bottom of your phone and it endlessly just swipes right for you. So you can go for beers with your buddy, and for sure you're going to have some people talking to you back in your inbox at the end.
I definitely thought the Tinda Finger was going to be something totally different.
Yeah, well,
I'm not going to
I don't know
lie.
what else.
As
Tinda.
far as I know, it's not. But
Maybe a
this
snack or something, like Kit Kat fingers or
This is-
something.
this
but-
is a real
you
thing.
said like.
Ow! Oh, toothpaste. At worst. You get grass clippings. It'll be fine.
I've eaten grass lots before.
So, anyway,
It's grass. I actually feel like my taste buds are destroyed from that barf. Anyway,
yeah.
Anyway, Tinda Finger. If you would, I want to know if you guys would invest in that.
Well, it's a Kickstarter, so if you're really interested in that, get on that. There's links. Just careful, but Google Tinda Finger. So, yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah, and let us know what you find.
Green fuzzing bird. Hey, let's get into a little bit of real talk here.
Yeah, and right for Real Talk, stick around because we have a special guest coming up
We do.
to talk about the Grammys.
Yeah. So, you guys ever seen this thing? It's called Elf on a Shelf. Christmas tradition. This is a long time and previous Comment of the Week winner, Ricky Tiefenbach, being Elf on a Shelf, sitting up on a shelf. But
So this was not a thing when I was a kid. So I actually had no idea what Elf on a Shelf was. And it turns out, for those of you who do not know, Elf on a Shelf, from what I understand, is you hide this elf, and the elf is supposed to watch the kids for all December. And if the kids are doing good, they get rewarded? Or
yeah. Well, it's basically a play on, apparently parents have lost control of using Santa Claus to keep their kids good for at least 2 months leading up to
Right,
Christmas.
naughty or nice, you get coal, right? You get coal.
And it's this whole thing of like, okay, kids, you better be good, or else Santa won't bring you any presents. Like, how sadistic and twisted is that in the first place? But apparently that was losing its grip over time.
Do you want to know why?
'Cause
How many of us got coal in our stockings? No one. Parents are weak.
Because we know how many bad kids are out there and they never did anything.
Jim Demery, I want the Tinda Finger in my stocking. Well, Jim,
Well, you better be nice, but I have a feeling, Jim, you are naughty.
hey, you never know. Like, miracles happen, Jim.
So now we've had to extend it to Elf on the Shelf being the next level of things where, because people can't, kids can't see Santa Claus, they forget, they just want to be bad because the parents maybe aren't investing time in actually parenting their kids. That's maybe a little bit harsh.
Wow.
But here's the thing is when you make ridiculous claims, kids don't live up to that. Or what I've found. I remember being in the store and this mom was clearly a little bit overloaded, as all moms are. At times, not all the time. Dads too, there are times where I'm losing my mind over things.
Yeah.
But her threats were getting so outrageous where she was saying to her kids, if you don't sit down and shut up, I'm taking away the Xbox for 2 years. And I thought, I have a feeling you're not going to follow through with that because we actually all need Xbox at times to keep our kids quiet and contained for a little bit. But it was like, this is what Elf on the Shelf feels like to me.
Carl Wagger, good to see you, Carl. $50 elf marketing at its best, should have come with a Tinda Finger.
Apparently.
And so we have our theme of the night, the
Any-
Tinda Finger.
Tinda Finger. Anyway, being a parent of 3 kids, parenting is scary and it's hard and it's wild. And I actually get the idea of getting if you can have a two-month window where your kids would be good just by threatening them that they won't get presents, it's tempting to take it, but I'm not sure it's the best way.
Yeah, I think the pressure comes from Pinterest and Pinterest moms who go out of their way to
dads.
like, or dads to make this elf on a shelf this amazing thing. We're like, wow, like this elf on a shelf made you a whole breakfast cornucopia for one day, and it's like, well, I can barely get out of the bed in the morning. I forget it's 2 a.m. I have to move this stupid elf. Ricky Diefenbach on the photo says elf on a shelf is just for
Moms
I lost it there.
to impress other moms on Facebook or something like that.
Yeah,
I think that's what.
Shannon, you're still here. What's it say, Mark? Sorry, you're moving on and off. Elf is a creepy voyeur. Hey.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is. And he says,
But I've actually been reading about how many parents feel guilty because they forgot to move Elf on the shelf, and it's like so much work to keep up with.
I say we start a petition to go back to coal. If your kids, and we have to stick to
And
it
we
this
gotta
time.
follow through.
Because-
Like 3 strikes and you're out.
Yeah, and how many kids are actually that good? No, it's like, no, hey, you know what? Coal for you.
And then pick another holiday to give them the gifts like a week later.
Or we can fill it with glitter because glitter's non-biodegradable, so yeah.
All right, I didn't want to break your flow on that, but Justin actually said like 6 times,
No,
so
you're
that's.
lying, you're lying,
I'm
you're
not
lying, you're lying,
kidding.
you're lying.
We're not
I'm-
doing
You can review the tape.
Actually 6?
6.
This is stupid.
After this, we're done.
Well, we got our special guest coming up next.
Okay, hold on.
I have
4.
I have
Do you have how
I
many?
have 6. I have 6.
I'll take it.
I need another one.
Oh no. Oh
One was bad. One was dog food.
no no. Oh oh oh
Hey, I got toothpaste.
oh oh.
Anyway. Barf's in there too, guys. Like, I hate my life right now.
I'm training for Amazing Race. I'm training for Amazing Race. Yeah.
I'm in trouble. I actually feel like a worse
Can you imagine
person.
guys like taking like sweet, delicious blueberries and mixing it with poop and rotten fish?
Anyway, so if you guys are new to this, the Grammys come once a year, and we were going to talk about the Grammys. What are you doing?
I knocked another shelf up. It's fine. Continue.
Are you going to make it?
Yep.
I'm going to make it.
I'm back.
You got to take this because I got to finish this.
Okay, so Grammys come around once a year. Typically, I don't know, the reaction's been a little bit missed, but we're inviting our good friend.
Yeah, we were going to talk about the Grammys, but we thought, you know what? Let's bring in an expert. So,
Come on in, expert. We're welcoming Mason on the Grammy Awards with his amazing
yeah.
photo.
Yeah, this is Mason, not Millennial
Can you
Mason,
fit
but
here?
Mason. Let's give him a round of applause in the studio audience. So Mason, we try and pay attention to all the trends, but we were stuck on the Tinda Finger. We couldn't figure out what's happening in the
Stuck
Grammy
on the
world.
Tinda Finger.
So what have you figured out for us is happening up there?
First of all, could you have chosen a picture that I don't look like a Christian pop
No,
artist?
that's
Is that
amazing.
why I'm qualified
That
to
was
do
my
this?
favorite one of yours. So.
Also, where's your color coordination here?
I know,
Yeah,
apparently
I missed
black
the-
and
missed the
green
memo.
is the
Andy
day.
Warhol.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Grammys. So there's tons of controversy around the Grammys, unless you've been living under a rock. So the biggest first world problem to do is basically complain about the Grammys, which a ton of people are doing right now. So do you know what happened last year?
No.
No.
Okay, so last year there was a ton of controversy regarding the artists that were selected for Song of the Year and
Okay.
Artist of the Year.
Like every year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. There was a lack of, I'll say, diversity when it comes to skin color and
Okay.
rap. So you find that Kanye West, Drake, and you also have
That's a lot like this panel right now.
you have Frank
sounds
Ocean
okay.
as well that have basically said, "I'm not going to the Grammys
Okay.
because diversity and rap is not being shown there."
Yeah, didn't like Shania Twain get nominated for a rap album or something?
Oh, probably.
It's
Absolutely,
bad.
Yeah. And then when you take a look at the data, they're right because you have people for Best New Artist over years. You have, for instance, I think it's like 50 Cent losing to Evanescence. Drake lost to, I have to make sure I get this, Esperanza Spalding.
Oh, that's a basketball maker.
Yeah, totally. Not to
Okay.
be confused with that. And Nicki Minaj lost to Bon Iver. So they
Yeah.
were mad. They're
If
like,
you-
I'm not going.
I agree with this. If you're listening to Grammys, how many times have we watched the Grammys? And it doesn't happen that often, but I watch it and I'm like, why is this person winning that no one's heard of before?
Remember Nora Jones?
No.
In 2003? I don't know why. Basically, she just shocked everybody because everybody's like, oh, this person's going to win, this person's going to win, and she kept getting called. And people are like, who is this?
I prepared a poll about this. This is all I know about the Grammys. Producer Mark, can you start capturing the poll there? I just want to know your guys' reaction. Go on Facebook and hit whatever, like, love, angry, sad, whatever your reaction is, and we're going to do a little poll about how you guys feel about the Grammys. So whatever you want to hit, just hit it.
Not your Grammy or your in-law, your mother, your wife or husband's Grammy, but like the Grammy.
Don't ask how I
Grammys.
spelled it. Anyway, yeah.
So flash forward to 2018, the nominations come out, and the Grammy committee have done the opposite. And your 4 out of your 5 Artist of the Year and Song of the Year are black, and 3 out of the 5 of them are rap artists.
So now people are mad that they flipped on the
Totally.
whole race thing.
Now the hashtag, what used to be Grammys so white, has switched to hashtag Grammys so black.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And it's really, don't go on Twitter if you want to research this, because you see a lot of really bad solutions. Like you see people being like, well, why don't we split up the white artists and the black artists? It's like,
I feel like
Isn't that the
yeah, we've tried that
BET
before. Yeah,
award?
it's called segregation.
Oh,
We
yeah.
tried that
Yeah,
before,
yeah.
and for some reason it
Yeah,
didn't work.
yeah, it didn't work.
Yeah, so those are the brilliant minds on Twitter right now.
Yeah.
So
Twitter's a great place if you want to be offended.
totally, yeah.
About
So right
anything.
now, your Artist of the Year, you have
How do we feel about the Grammys? Angry.
Angry.
Most people are angry.
Mad.
There's not like a, oh.
Yeah, there needs to be
emoji, you know, like,
Meh.
I don't care.
Meh.
So
Like-
when Kanye and Drake left, the ratings went like this last year. So this is swinging the complete opposite different way.
Boom.
Interesting.
But yeah.
And there you have it. The Grammys by Mason. But before you go,
Okay.
you said like.
Oh.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah, actually 3 times.
Oh my god.
Just 2. Give them those 2.
And then spoiled milk for the win. I hope you suffer like the rest of us.
I think that's 2.
gonna get all the good
Mason Gardner, the Christian album of the year titled Jesus Swipe Right.
I was actually just down in Libya recording. That's gonna be great. Expect that.
That actually is a great title for that photo. Did
Yeah.
you get any good ones?
I just got Tutti Frutti.
Oh, woof.
And I think I just got cherry.
Unbelievable.
Oh my
All
goodness.
right on.
Last one to try.
Spoiled
Third,
milk.
Final
Spoiled
one.
milk. If it's coconut, we're shutting the show down.
Hey, we got to vote for who you think the Artist of the Year is. Can you throw it up there, Producer Mark? People can get in there and vote. What
Yeah,
was that?
are these real
coconut?
coconut?
Oh my goodness. Hey, it's been a pleasure, Mason. Thank you for
Yes,
coming
thanks,
on the
boys.
show.
Yeah, that is the Justin and Greg and Mason show tonight.
Yeah.
So we're gonna bring in experts when we need them because well, one Mason's good on camera and 2 we actually learned something.
And we know nothing.
What do you mean we know nothing?
We know nothing.
You just told us all about the Grammys.
Well, we learned something now, but for us to talk about any topic, we know nothing.
We know something. We know about Elf on a Shelf.
Sure.
Anyway, now that's the show tonight. Please. Oh, also, last week we talked about the JAGS Christmas challenge, which we said hashtag TJAGSCC, which is JAGS Christmas challenge. Artist of the Year, Sheeran or other. And Mason, didn't you say Ed Sheeran wasn't even nominated?
It wasn't. And that's why people are so pissed
Completely
off.
snubbed. He is now the #1 most streamed artist on Spotify. He just upset somebody. I can remember who.
Yeah, that's why, again, hashtag Grammys no redheads.
Guys,
right?
go do something nice for somebody. Just tag it with JAGCC. There's a T before the JAGS. T is silent. JAGCC. Again, that's up here. Document it, and we're going to do something cool.
Yeah,
we're
it'll
going to do
be
something
fun.
cool with it.
Anyway.
So, sweaters are going to be coming back pretty soon. Here again, a reminder about that. I don't know. If it matters.
As well, just recapping the greatest Christmas movie of all time, you all picked Elf at 41.7%.
It's because you said.
No, it's
what
not.
did you
You
say?
guys- you're
What
not-
did he say he was going to do?
You're
if
not
he
that
picked them?
vindictive.
Yeah.
You're not. I believe you're not. Listen to you guys. Elf is not a Christmas movie.
Okay, we need to end the show before
It was
this,
made.
goes
It
horribly.
was made like what?
Hey,
2005.
thanks for coming on, Jags.
Yeah, it's a
really
funny
appreciate
movie.
it, Producer Mark.
Who
Just
cares?
send us out here. We'll see you
You
guys
have to be
next
over
week.
15 to
No,
20 years
turn
old.